is Robert. I want to tell you a story about two graphic designers. Okay? So graphic designer A, his name is Jason. He's writing content on his platform, on his blog site or whatnot. Jason writes this way. I am a graphic designer. My name is Jason. I have 8 years of graphic design background, and I am an excellent graphic designer. I have done graphic design work for huge companies, and people pay me tons of money because I'm really good. Okay? So that's the story of our friend Jason. And then let's hear from Bob, the other graphic designer. Okay, Bob. How Bob does it is, instead of bragging about him and who he is and what his brand is, Bob writes stuff like the value of choosing the right color for your brand logo. Like how important it is that your brand logo should reflect the attitude of your brand. Okay? And writing resources on where to find like technical knowledge on selecting colors for a company logo. And Bob is doing podcasts just teaching stuff about the value of graphic design. Bob never talks about himself. Okay? Bob never even says, I am this. But the way he writes his content, you would already know that Bob is a graphic designer. Agree? Because why? Because he is an expert in the field. So if I were to ask you a question, if you want to deal with someone, will you deal with Jason or with Bob? Okay, you probably don't need a graphic designer. I'll answer for you. Okay, for me, I would deal with Bob. Why? Because it's really annoying to deal with a person who keeps talking about himself and how good he is, right? What do you do when a person suddenly shows up in front of you and just started talking like how he is like almost a god when it comes to his field, right? It's annoying, right? You're gonna turn your back away from him. But if this person keeps talking about the value of what he does, you treat him as an expert. Okay? The story I shared to you is the very heart of content strategy. Okay? Why? Why content strategy? Everyone needs to market their brand. Everyone needs to talk about their brand. It makes sense because you need to be heard. Okay? Because the marketing landscape, the digital marketing landscape is loud and it's huge. And you need to be heard. And if you're not doing anything about how you talk about your brand, you will just be a part of the crowd. Okay? So you need a strategy. But the question is, how do you do this strategy? Okay, that is what we do for our clients. First, we create the content for them. How do we create that content? We find out the value of their brand, not in a way that what they are doing, but why customers should care about what they are doing. Okay, if there is not enough content for them to be created, we curate content for them, which means we are going to be using content from the similar space. Okay, this is widely, what is that? 0.
30 more seconds for you.
30 more seconds. And then, of course, it doesn't make sense if you don't distribute this content. So the last part is to distribute this content. So what are the contents that we are doing? We create videos, podcasts, we write blogs, we do copyright for your brand. We transform brands into a publishing company. We make you your own publishing team. That's what we do. We have done content for startups, but what you should understand is when you start to do something, you are the heart of what you are doing. And when you are ready to talk about why you are doing whatever you're doing, okay, it puts you in a unique position side by side with a competitor who does the same thing with you. For example, if I have two smartphones with me, smartphone A would talk about his features, which practically is the same as smartphone B, right? But people are buying smartphone A. Why? It doesn't add up, but they have the same features. But in a way that making them unique from each other, is the authenticity of that brand, because smartphone A has different work ethics than smartphone B. So if you start talking about that work ethic and create it into a content that your audience will start engaging with, and then you become a content creator yourself. Okay, you just start from, why are you doing this product? Why are you launching this product? Who are this product for, and what value would these users get from your product? And I tell you, that's already a whole year of content if you have someone to do it for you. We're not really organized. We wake up on different times of the day, and we just do our work whenever we need to. But with regards to structure, I work with an offshore team of content writers and social media people, because they don't have to be physically where I am. So I'm the master Jedi of doing this content. So I just when we are doing videos, I will just hire videographers, because there's tons of them in Singapore. So if I need to film, I would hire them. If I need to record a podcast, I would just rent a studio and bring my stuff there. So the question of how we are organized, we're not really organized. I think